Welcome back to the Moonshot Podcast. I am your host, Elijah KB, and today we're going to be talking about how we should be feeling it in order to see it. All right, feel it in order to see it. Okay, the key to manifesting the life we want. All right, so I have taken the liberty of making some notes here in my tablet today. So I wrote down a few points that I would like to touch on. Specifically, this concept of feeling it in order to see it is nothing new. If you've been listening to my podcast up until this point, if you've tuned into my TikTok lives and things like that, I always talk about this, right? The feeling is pretty much how you manifest. Not even pretty much. It's literally the key component. You understand? You have thought, you have emotion. Thought and emotion as a combination is how you get your manifestation. Okay. Yeah, this is nothing new, but I would like to dedicate an entire episode to just that, how we must feel it in order to see it. So the first point I want to get into about this topic is the importance and purpose. The importance and or purpose of embodying the feeling of the manifestation fulfilled, right? So why do we want to feel, why do we want to live in the feeling of having it already? What difference does it make? Why is that important? You understand? Well, the reason why it's important is pretty simple. Feeling is vibration. Okay, so when I tell you on this channel that you manifest what you are a vibrational match to, this is what I mean. This is what I'm talking about. Assume the feeling of the wish fulfilled, right? So basically, that's the importance of it, because you are literally manifesting what you are a vibrational match to. Whatever feeling that you implement, whatever you putting out, that's a signal to the universe, a direct signal to the universe on what to mirror back to you. You understand? So that's what that is. A lot of people kind of get caught up on, and I talk about this a lot. A lot of people get caught more so into the words, what you say and what you think about. Yes, thoughts are super important. Thoughts are a key component to manifesting, no doubt. But you have to understand, it's crucial to understand that a thought without being charged with an emotion, it doesn't weigh as much as it does when it's charged with an emotion. When it's charged with an emotion, that's how you get a manifestation. That's how you bring things into your world. You understand? When you feel it, you vibrate on a certain frequency, right? And that's it, again, sends a signal to the universe on what to mirror back to you, right? And everything comes with a process. Sometimes it's not immediate. Sometimes it's things that you have to go through in order to become a full-on vibrational match to what you're trying to manifest, right? So not everything is easy peasy. Not everything is just as simple. Like, not every process is as simple as that. But once you've started to embody that emotion, you can guarantee that you're headed in that direction, no matter what it looks like, right? So I know we get caught up in the words. As I've said before, I can't say words don't have any power, right? They have power. They have the power that we've given it. Right, over and over again, we've had a certain intention or a certain emotion that's invoked within us that we've tied to certain words, right? And then certain sounds, everything vibrates, right? So certain things, there's certain powers that words do have, but it's not to be compared to when those words are in combination with thought and emotion of intent. Right. So if you have a real intent, a direct intent behind the words that you're using, accompanied by the emotion, the proper emotion, the matching emotion and the matching thought process, then this is where you get a manifestation. But the credit is really to be given to the emotion and the thought. Right. That's where the power is at. So this is important to highlight, because I don't want anybody to come away from this video and continue to think that words alone will do the trick. Words will not do the trick. Words ain't shit if they're empty. right? Words ain't shit if they empty. So if you don't have any real intent behind that, if you don't have any real emotion behind it, if you don't really feel that shit, if you don't believe that shit, even if it's just within that second or within those 5 minutes of you saying those affirmations or those chants or whatever, if you don't actually feel that shit, then you're wasting your time. You might as well not do it. Please get more into the embodiment of the emotion, and the thought process, the version of you that has the manifestation. That's what you're trying to embody. Okay. It's 1:11. So I'm on to something, right? The second point I would like to get into is you attract whatever it is you feel over and over again, right? Good or bad. We think that the universe is just only allowing the good things that we manifest. Only when we're thinking about good things or, feeling good things, that's when the universe comes and it's effective and it does what it does, right? In reality, the universe is not biased at all. The universe is obedient to whatever vibration that you're matching. So whether it's good, bad, whatever you want to call it, like, it's going to give you that. It's not going to give you no remix version of what you like. It's giving you it's giving you directly what you're manifesting, right? So this is a good thing, and this helps us get our power back, in a sense, because now you realize that you're more accountable for your life than you thought you were. Right. So it really depends on what you are thinking, what you are feeling, the thoughts and emotions that you're entertaining on a daily basis. Right. So do what you can, do what's in your power right now in order to change that. Right. Because it's going to give you whatever you believe, whatever you feel. Right. And I say over and over again because one of the key things to reprogramming the subconscious mind, which, you want to reprogram the subconscious mind because it runs the show. But one of the main things is repetition. Repetition is key for reprogramming, right? So you want to do these things or feel these things over and over again in order to move it from the conscious mind to the subconscious mind. Once it moves to the subconscious mind or graduates to the subconscious mind, then it starts to have a powerful impact for your overall life. You understand? So you want to build that healthy habit of entertaining or encouraging those thoughts and emotions rather than the old program that you used to have. And we talked about, I tell y'all all the time to do y'all shadow work and get rid of the old program in order to make room for the new program, in order for it to really stick. Get rid of the old shit, the negative shit, right? I have a whole episode on shadow work for those who are not informed on what shadow work is and really want an in-depth way of how to do it or what it is and, the ins and outs of it, right? So, so the last point that I want to make, right, is hold your new vision / feeling toward whatever area you are manifesting change in, regardless of what it looks like now. Okay, so I've also talked about this in a number of podcast episodes. We have pretty much been tricked into only living in the physical realm. A lot of times we only make our judgments and measure our successes and where we are in life due to what it looks like at the current moment. Like what it looks like right now, that's pretty much how we judge ourselves. Right. And that's how we judge ourselves. That's how we judge other people. We've become so accustomed to living here solely on this 3D plane that if you don't see it, you don't believe it. Right. So this is when you start to do this, when you start to implement believing it regardless of what it looks like, this will start to reprogram your subconscious mind in a way that's way more beneficial for you to live a life that you desire. You understand? And stop being a victim to the things that's on repeat within your subconscious mind right now. Because if you're living in a mindset of, you have to see it to believe it, right, then you're stuck in the loop, right? Because you've been taught that early on, and then whatever you're seeing is something that you've been taught to believe anyway. So when you see it, you believe it again. You see it, you believe it again. You see it, you believe it again. You see it, you believe it. So you're just in a hopeless a cycle, right? So this is why I encourage us to move to a more productive space, a more productive headspace, where we decide to get back or understand that the spiritual aspect is the actual root. It's the actual root of our issues and things that we have to conquer within ourselves and in our lives, right? So we got to get back to the spiritual aspect of things rather than being caught up on how it looks, right? Okay, so once we move past that, this is the powerful turn. This is when things start to turn for good. This is when cycles close. This is when life changes forever. Okay. Let me make sure I ain't miss shit on here before I close out. Now that's it. Just regardless to what it looks like, because, whatever it looks like right now, that you might be in the middle of the process of things changing. The universe might be moving some things around for you that you don't understand right now. You can't see right now. It might not be in the same room with you right now, but things are happening already. Just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not happening. You understand? And some things you just have to work your way through and stick to that. Stick to your new way of thinking and feeling, because you're breaking through your old paradigm, your old way of thinking. You're still breaking out of your old reality. So it's certain things that still look like it used to look right now in this moment since you started, but you only started like 5 minutes ago or a day ago or, a week ago sometimes, right? Some things are a little more rooted, right? So give it time. Trust the process. Allow things to come forth. Do your shadow work like you're supposed to. You understand? And you will see your life change for good and for the better. Be mindful of the emotions that you entertain on a daily basis and the thoughts that you entertain on a daily basis. And I promise you, I guarantee you, without a shadow of a doubt, you'll see the changes that you desire. Okay? That's all I got for y'all tonight. That's all the time I got. This has been the Moonchild Podcast with the Moonchild, his motherfucking self, Elijah KB. Thank you. I appreciate it. For those interested in spiritual advice, I now have a page where you can sign up for a one-on-one hour session with myself. The link will be in the description. And for any questions and topics for the podcast, feel free to email them to me.